Haxorus has been one of my favorite dragon types since Generation 5 came out, and unfortunately it is not ranked on the viability rankings for Mono Dragon and Gen 9 Monotype. But I decided to bring Haxorus to this tournament game against one of the better current gen Monotype players, and I'm letting you guys know that Haxorus put in the work. But yeah, welcome back to another video, guys. It's your boy TTK, back with a tournament set against Isaac here. And you know, this is for the Monotype Last Chance tour, and like Isaac is probably one of the better Monotype players this generation. So going into this game, I was like, I didn't even know what I wanted to use. Again, like I've been disillusioned with SV Monotype for a while, because like realistically I have like a folder of types I'm always bringing into tournament play, but I did want to use Haxorus after the fact that the viability rankings came out and this guy was not ranked, and I was like, Haxorus is that guy, you know. I'm not gonna lie, Haxorus is him, you know, sometimes. So I'm here to show you guys what Haxorus can do, and like luckily here I do get a matchup because Dragon is pretty favored versus Fire, so you could try and discredit Haxorus that way, since you can say I just got the matchup, but you know, still put in the work, deserves to be ranked, all of that good stuff. But yeah, before we start off the replay and that, I want you guys to know I appreciate the support on the channel recently, as usual. You know, we've been getting thousands, hundreds of views on a lot of my videos in the past couple of months, and I'm very happy with that, because at the end of the day, like I kind of just try and make videos when I can, when I'm not busy, and I do enjoy making videos. I've been doing this since 2017 when I was 15 years old, making competitive Pokemon videos. So like I'm just very happy that it's been working out for me like that. And we're on the way to 300 subscribers by the end of the year. We're 18 away, you know, we've been slowly climbing. We're almost there. Low-key, if everyone that watched my last video that isn't subscribed, that'll be on over 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys enjoy the content, enjoy what I'm saying, you like the vibes, subscribe to the channel, much appreciated. But either way, let's get into the game versus Isaac here with Mono Dragon. I decided to use Haxorus because I was like, Haxorus is my boy. He's not a bad mon by any means. Even in Gen 9, after how thousands of power creep, it's still a UU Pokemon. Now, usage-based tiering doesn't always factor into Monotype 1-for-1. You know, Alolan Muck is one of the best Pokemon on Mono Dark and Mono Poison, yet it's like an RU-NU Pokemon. So, you know, you can't always translate and correlate it 1-for-1. But still, Haxorus has survived power creep. It's still a very strong Pokemon. It has some traits that has going for it. Mold Breaker means unaware mons can't beat it, so Quagsire is not a good wall, or Skeleturge is not a good wall. They all just get folded by Haxorus. Haxorus also has a faster speed stat than a lot of the, like Baxcalibur for example, which just got suspect tested in Monotype and is also getting suspect tested in Natdex Monotype. So you know, Haxorus still has some good stuff going for it, and we're going to be highlighting that today. So it is an SD scale shot set that I'm using on Haxorus. But yeah, going into this matchup, I was just like, is winnable. You know, I have a walk-in wake, which is choice specs. They don't like that. You know, once Heatran is dead, you know, it's just spam Draco. So, you know, like I was fine into this matchup. I was just like, I'm low-key pretty bad if I somehow lose this matchup. But, you know, let's start off the game and see how I went. But either way, start off with wake, because I'm just like, cool, it's waking time. And, you know, Draco's obvious. I could have obviously just predicted that they will never stay in there. But, you know, it's safe to click Draco. You get some chip. Obviously Spadef Heatran to be taken out quite well, but I got out into my Garchomp here because I'm like, I'm trying to get up some hazards, you get me. But I knew Talonflame was going to come out or something, but they crit me on Earth Power, which obviously isn't fun for me, because like walking weight getting chipped is never really fun. Like it has some good bulk, so it could probably lose some hits from full HP from like you know, Ogerpon's Horn Leech at +0 Power Whip for example. So obviously I'm in a pretty good position here. I Scald, unfortunately it doesn't kill. The Loki making me wish I ran Surf if it was Scald, but Burn is Burn, so I can't really complain. Specs Keldeo was a thing back in the day with Scald, so you know, you take what you can get. So Heatran almost dies there, which is pretty good for the rest of my Dragon types, obviously. I go Garchomp because I'm just like, they're probably just going to attack into me and they're willing to sack it, or I just predicted Volcanion. Either way, my play is fine. So Garchomp gets up the rocks. I know Talonflame is probably going to be coming out now, but I clicked EQ anyway because it just seemed like Isaac wanted to sack the Heatran. But fair enough, they default here. I go with my like defensive Dragapult, which is actually pretty cool. I'm running like a sub Wisp Hex Dragapult, which isn't too common from what I know. So obviously I sub on the Cinderace and is like more focused in bulk, so obviously it's not going to be taking, it's not going to be doing too much damage to Cinderace. Like as you can see, Hex is a 3-hit KO. But yeah, it's bulky enough to take Pyro Ball. Like, Dragapult does not care about that when it's actually running maximum HP investment. So I sub again because I knew they were going to swap out into something, whether that was Heatran or whatever. But I'm able to, like, basically almost 2-hit kill Volcanion. Unfortunately, I, like, low roll on the first Thunderbolt, which is a shame. But it's okay. We get the high roll again. And, you know, Dragapult survives with 1 HP. I'm just like, bro, max HP Dragapult or Dragon is actually pretty solid. Because like, I was trying to go for more of, what do you call it, hazard stack sort of thing, which is perfectly possible with Dragon because you have Garchomp, which is able to get up rocks and spikes. And then obviously the spin blockers, like you're not stopping Defog, but you know, you can block Rapid Spin from Tread, you can block Rapid Spin from Great Tusk, for example. Like knockoff is going to hurt from those guys, but when you're actually running HP investment, you take it better and you're able to Will-O-Wisp them back. And yeah, it's been pretty successful from my, you know, testing with this team. Like, it's actually pretty solid. But I go Garchomp on the Earth Power, but they actually rocks instead. I'm like, that's okay. I'm gonna get on my own rocks, and it's gonna help me with Ogerpon and Volcanion, even though they're probably Volcanion's probably boots. So I get in the boy Haxorus, the boy himself. You know, they go Talonflame. Obviously I Scale Shot because I count 5 hits actually gets the kill, so I might as well just try and risk it. So fortunately, you get 4 hits, but Loaded Dice guarantees 4 hits anyway. I miss Scale Shot, and they also miss Wisp, so I'm actually in a pretty solid position. So, you know, I just continue clicking Scale Shot, you know, Cinderace dies. So Haxorus is at +2, can't obviously get Revenge Kill because there's no speed control on their team. I SD on the Volcarona because they can't kill me with any attack, and like they do burn me, which does work. It doesn't mean anything because I'm basically back at like +0, which is obviously going to 2-hit kill Volcarona. It's Haxorus, for crying out loud. We're not getting 5 hits, which is the shameful thing, but the Fiery Dance don't do too much damage, and you know, Volcarona is just going to die to the next Scale Shot. So they sack Talonflame. There isn't really much they can do here. Everything is pretty much chipped. Ogerpon is going to come in and, you know, assuming I get 5 hits, you know, probably dies. So like I lose nothing from clicking Scale Shot again, and you know, 3 hits, 4 hits, no 5th hit. Like Haxorus would have just continued sweeping if I actually got that last hit, but you know, I still have enough in the back. I have a Scarfback Excalibur, which is a pretty underrated set that no one actually sees coming. The surprise factor is really there, so that's why I enjoyed that. And then Volcarona is not taking Glaive Rush, I can't get burned by Flame Body, and that is the game. So we get game 1 versus Azik done, and yeah, Haxorus put in the work. I did have the matchup though, but at the end of the day, Haxorus is worth using, and like I might do a showdown live with it with Mono Dragon. I've just been climbing up on some of my alts as well, so that's what we're going to be doing. The next tech I decided to bring against Azik here was something like I wasn't expecting them to load fire twice. Like that was kind of crazy, because like either way I felt like going water, or I didn't want to get into a situation where they'll go like some stooly ass type like flying or poison, and I go like something like water and I would be at a disadvantageous position. So I was like, ground seems relatively safe. I want to use Blood Moon because Blood Moon's pretty fun, and like this team probably isn't optimized too well. You know, like it has like Gravity Landorus T and the Smackdown Mamoswine. Like I was running some sort of something, but obviously Gravity works well for fire because Talonflame can't, you know, be immune to Earthquake, and I was just running the heat, I can't lie. But either way, we're going to be starting off this game. I'm confident that I obviously have the matchup. Of course, it's fire versus ground, for crying out loud, but you know, they still have a good shot. There's an Ogerpon, there's a Volcarona. Like I obviously have to be careful. There's obviously a Volcanion which has Earth Power to hit Clodsire for super effective damage, so I have to be careful, you know. Like I could easily lose this if I play badly. So I lead off with Mamoswine. They go Talonflame. Here comes the Smackdown, and I'm just like, the Smackdown came out. Yeah, no, that was funny. So I EQ Heatran's dead. You know, so Mamoswine putting in the work already with the Smackdown. I go with Fizz Def Lando T, which is gonna handle Cinderace quite effectively, especially if they go for low kick, which does like no damage. And you know, the U-turn out, I could have easily just clicked EQ or something, but obviously Talonflame was coming out, so I'm just gonna click Gravity, for example. So they burned me, don't care. Killed Talonflame there, and you know, 2 mons are down, and it's a pretty solid position I'm in right now, because they go Ogerpon, and yeah, I probably needed to be a bit more careful with this, because like this is a roll to kill with Great Tusk. Like if I didn't kill with Great Tusk, or you know, the action that they're about to do now didn't happen, I probably would have been in a really bad situation, especially if they were Horn Leech, because they're back at full HP and like there's practically no way of me killing them, because I'm not Scarf Treads, I'm Scarf Great Tusk. So yeah, so they swap out there. I'm confused about that, but like Isaac explained to me afterwards that they basically they fucked up the calcs, which, you know, it is what it is. For example, they thought I was Adamant Great Tusk, which obviously was killing Ogerpon from there, but Adamant Scarf Great Tusk is not the place, so, you know, obviously, you know, it's good. So I'm gonna stay in with Volcarona. If I get burned, I get burned. I'm probably in a worse situation, but, you know, I stayed in, and you know, the game's done. So that was a quick game, but obviously the highlight of it was the SmackDown Mamoswine, which obviously Talonflame couldn't do anything about. And yeah, it was a very, very fun set. I'm hoping that I'm able to bring some more interesting teams in the next round. But yeah, want to thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below your thoughts on a ground team with Gravity plus SmackDown. Like, I really don't want to lose to Flying at this rate. You know, like, it's pretty funny. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.